How are you feeling? How's the injury?
All right, the throat and the chest's okay, which is more than I can say for most of my teammates. But no, the injury's okay. It's all right. Probably better than I thought it was going to be at this stage. So I'm hoping got an outside chance, I think, for the game. But what with the physio over the next couple of days, and we'll see how it goes.
Is it a case of taking the right decision because you don't want to risk?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's always the case with an injury. Obviously, you don't want to push it too hard, but with the type of injury it is, it's really it's more just of an impact injury. It's it's not a ligament or tendons or anything like that. So I think I know myself, as long as I can manage it and get the swelling out of it, then I should be good to go. To be honest.
The manager says, described you as Lazarus, and the physio says you're delusional. About what are they going to be fit? Are they coming from the right direction, or is it you?
I don't know. It's one of the. If you'd asked me at the start of the week, I thought there'd no chance, especially after during the weekend, which was it wasn't great with the left ear and crutches, and 2 kids jumping on me, which wasn't the easiest thing to handle. But I suppose it started the rehab earlier than I'd wanted. But it's as I said, I'm in a better place than I thought I was at the start of the week. I think I've got half a chance more than I thought I would, and we'll just see how it goes. Really, another 48 hours, and hopefully I'll be ready.
It might be desperate for you, given the way the squad's running.
Yeah, I know. I think I was saying to the kit man there, he better get himself fit as well, the way it's going. But it's really yesterday. I think there's only 2 out of the under 20 squad in. I think there was maybe a dozen of the boys or more. So it's something I've not seen for a long time, to be honest. It was pretty sparse, the dressing room yesterday, and so if it comes to Saturday, then I might need to get out there a bit more forced than normal to get everybody all hands to the pump. So we'll see what happens, but again, the next 40 hours will probably tell us a lot in that regard as well.
You look at the league table just now, Keith, and top 6. If you won at the weekend, you could go into 4th place potentially. Is that something that surprised you, or is that just the nature of the league this season?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I think probably, again, 4 or 5 weeks ago, it's probably something that wasn't even in my mind to be close to 4th position. It's all about getting away from the teams below us. Again, it does illustrate, as you say, just how tight this league is. I think it's going to be that way all the way to the end of the season. And what the last 3-4 weeks has done is given us an opportunity at least to dream about getting into that top 6, because as I said, it's something 4 or 5 weeks ago we probably thought was beyond us, to be honest. But our focus is still to make sure we have enough points on the board to get ourselves out of trouble. We know what we were through last year. It ended well, but it certainly wasn't enjoyable. The process of the playoffs was certainly as much pressure as I've ever played under, and something I wouldn't like to experience again. So that's certainly a big motivation for us to get enough points out of these next 3 games, certainly before the split, to get ourselves out of it. And I think the big thing about getting into the top 6, or if you were lucky enough to get in there, I think first and foremost would be it would guarantee that you weren't in a fight at the bottom, because it's that tight that even being in 6th position, you could still only be 4 or 5 points ahead of the playoff place. So to get into that top 6 is going to be massive for whoever manages to do it, and probably it provides an extra motivation to get in there to, as I say, guarantee safety.
What's been the difference over the last few weeks where you're now beginning to turn performances into results?
I think probably the United game up there was a little bit of a catalyst for us. I think we come off a poor result and going up there. United obviously at home scrapping, people maybe think that was a game for them to go and turn us over at a poor time for us, and maybe bring us right back into it. I think we went up there and performed really well. And since then, albeit a poor result at home against Killie, I think, and a last minute goal against St Johnstone, the last 3 results have been great, and team selection's been quite consistent. We've found a system I think the manager's been happy with the players he's had available, and we've worked hard and worked hard in the training ground, and we've managed to get a little bit of momentum. I think at this stage of the season, any team that can do that and put 3 or 4 results together is going to find themselves moving up the league the way we have, because with the league as tight as it is, everybody's going to be playing everybody else, taking points off each other. So it's going to be that team that can put 3 or 4 results together that will find themselves pushing up the league. Luckily for us, it's been us in that last little period.
Given this run, Are you confident you could beat an Aberdeen team who have a lot to play for as well?
Yeah, I mean, we're confident. I think the last 3-4 results, I think, have given us that confidence. They've obviously got their own prize to go for. I think they're doing fantastically well. Getting over the line, I think they've showed great resilience in their games. I think there's games when they went behind and again showed great character to come back and win those games, and that's what it's about at this stage of the season. Have they been at their best, flowing best? Possibly not, but who has? It's about getting over the line. And everybody's got something to play for, so them probably more than ever a chance of winning the title, which for them would obviously be a massive achievement. So we know it's a really motivated Aberdeen side that will be coming here with a big crowd behind them. But in the last 3 weeks has given us encouragement. We can compete with anybody. I think our away games against the likes of Aberdeen and Celtic in recent times have shown us that we're capable of competing against these teams, and here at Fir Park we feel as if we're capable of competing with anybody, and it's up to us to go out and impose our game on them, and hopefully we can do that. If we can get a team on the park that's fit and able, hopefully we can give it a go.
Keith, big news off the park this week. What was your reaction to what the players' reaction?
I think it's maybe happened a little bit quicker than people thought, but I think it can only be a positive thing for the club. The future, the long-term future of the club being in the hands of people that it means most to, and that's the fans. I think it's I don't think it'll be plain sailing. There's no doubt about that. It's a tough gig, I think, to run a football club in Scottish football. So, I'm sure there'll be a few bumps along the way. But with the goodwill and the love for the club that the supporters have got, then I'm sure it can be achieved. And I think the long term for the club is hopefully going to be a good one. I think you see that with the vision in terms of the younger lads coming into the squad now, and hopefully they are the first of many. And as I said, with the decisions being made now by the people that the club means most to, then hopefully that can only be a positive thing for the club as a whole moving forward.
You joined the Lasley straight away early on. Is it something you always thought was a good idea? Yeah, I think so. It's a great model, it's a great vision for not just the club but the town and the area as a whole. I think the owner's been on record, in the last couple of days saying, now it's hopefully down to the people of the community to hopefully get involved more. Myself as a captain and a player, I'm delighted to be involved in it and hopefully push it forward as much as I can myself. And as I said, now it's down to the fans. It's the owner's done his bit. I think his name will certainly go down in the history of the club in terms of facilitating the move, which would probably have been unachievable without him, in my opinion. So he's done some fantastic work for the club in the long term, and his legacy will hopefully be a sustainable Motherwell football club for many years, and a successful sustainable club. A big part of this future success will be about the young guys coming through, given that you're working with under-20s every week. Are you confident that there's a good batch coming?
Yeah, I think so. I think again at the club we're fortunate to. We're working, through the age groups, like Stevie Hamill and with the 15s with Brian Kerr and James McFadden's helping out there. Myself and Steve McManus with the 17s, and then I'm helping out with Craigs at the 20s. So I think there's a good pathway there and a good process of talent ID and seeing the next generation that are coming through, because a big part of the Welsh society and the business plan going forward is hopefully bringing these guys through and to a great career at Motherwell first and foremost, and then hopefully moving on to bigger and better things elsewhere, and hopefully that obviously brings some money into the club as well. So yeah, it's good. We feel as if there's some good talent coming through as well, behind the likes of Cadden and Hall and Thomas. It's up to us, to get them through and try and get them through as best and as well equipped as we can. And that goes back to the Welsh society, and hopefully that's a big part of the vision going forward also.